Comfort zones will destroy your legacy if you let them. I need you to understand this at a deep personal level. Nothing extraordinary has ever come from a life built on playing it safe. You might feel secure where you are right now, doing what you've always done, surrounded by what's familiar. But that comfort is costing you more than you realize. It's costing you your potential. It's costing you the impact you were meant to make. Because the truth is, legacy is not built in ease, it's built in pressure, in uncertainty, in those moments where you don't know if you're going to win or lose, but you choose to show up anyway. That's where greatness lies. You see, most people wake up every day and choose comfort. They choose the easy route, the predictable path, the one with the least resistance. And then they wonder why their life feels average, why their dreams stay dreams, why their name won't be remembered beyond their immediate circle. It's because they never made the decision to step outside of what was safe. They never embraced the discomfort required to grow into something bigger. But if you're serious about building a legacy, you've got to be different. You've got to be willing to sacrifice comfort for purpose. That means waking up early when you don't feel like it. That means putting in the work when nobody's watching. That means stepping into rooms where you feel underqualified and proving to yourself that you belong there. It means taking risks that might not pay off immediately, but will shape you into the person capable of achieving something great. And let me tell you something, growth is never convenient. It's messy, it's uncomfortable, and sometimes it's painful. But that pain, that's the price you pay for transformation. That discomfort, that's the signal that you're evolving. You can't become a new version of yourself while holding on to the habits and mindset of your old self. It doesn't work like that. You've got to let go of what's easy in order to embrace what's necessary. And here's the reality, nobody who ever left a legacy did it by staying comfortable. They did it by stepping into the unknown, by taking chances when others hesitated, by pushing through fear and doubt and uncertainty. They understood that comfort might feel good in the moment, but it leads to regret in the long run. So the question you need to ask yourself is simple. Are you willing to be uncomfortable now so you can live a life that actually means something later? Are you willing to risk failure, rejection, and uncertainty in order to discover what you're truly capable of? Because if you're not, then you're choosing a life that will fade away without impact. But if you are, if you're ready to break free from the comfort zone and step into the grind, then you're on the path to building something that lasts. Remember this, comfort is temporary, but legacy is forever. Choose wisely. Listen, I need you to understand something right now. Risk is not optional if you want to leave a legacy. It's not a suggestion, it's a requirement. Too many people want the reward without the risk, the glory without the grind, the legacy without the sacrifice. But here's the truth. Every single person whose name you admire, every icon, every legend, every entrepreneur, athlete, or leader, they all took risks that made others question their sanity. They bet on themselves when nobody else would. They made moves that had no guarantee of success. And that's exactly what separated them from the average, from the mediocre, from the people who wake up every day and do just enough to get by. Risk is the price of greatness. You can't build something that lasts by staying in the lines, by coloring inside the boundaries, by playing it safe. You've got to be willing to put it all on the line. And I don't just mean money, I mean time, effort, reputation, energy, everything. Because that's what it takes to stand out. That's what it takes to create something meaningful. People will try to convince you that waiting for the perfect moment is the smartest move, but let me tell you, the perfect moment doesn't exist. Opportunity is always dressed in risk. You will never know what you're capable of until you take that leap. You will never discover the doors that can open for you unless you are willing to push past fear and uncertainty. Every risk you take is an investment in your future. Every moment you step out of the comfort zone is a moment you are building resilience, strength, and vision. And yes, you might fail. Yes, you might stumble. Yes, people might laugh or doubt you, but failure is not the enemy. It's the tuition you pay for growth. The risk is not the danger. Staying small, staying safe, and shrinking yourself is the real danger. That's how dreams die and potential goes unfulfilled. Think about it. Every legacy you admire in history was built on risk. People who changed the world didn't wait for permission, didn't wait for certainty, didn't wait for a safety net. They acted, they moved, they risked, and in doing so, they created something that outlived them. So I'm asking you today, what are you willing to risk? Are you willing to risk embarrassment for excellence? Are you willing to risk comfort for contribution? Are you willing to risk failure for freedom? Because if you are, then you are already on the path to greatness. And let me tell you, there is no legacy for people who play it safe. None. No risk, no reward. No risk, no story. No risk, no mark left behind when you're gone. But when you embrace risk, when you stare fear in the face and move anyway, that's when you start building something eternal. That's when your name starts echoing. That's when your story inspires generations. Risk is not something to be feared. It's something to be owned, something to be leveraged, something to be mastered. Because the moment you make risk your friend, the moment you step boldly into uncertainty, that's the moment you become unstoppable. That's the moment you start building a legacy that no one can take away from you. Remember this. Fortune favors the bold, and history remembers the brave. No risk, no greatness. No risk, no legacy. Let me be real with you. Fear is not your enemy. Too many people get stuck in life thinking that fear is a stop sign, that feeling afraid means they should quit or wait for another day. But that's a lie. Fear is a signal. It's telling you that you're on the edge of something big. It's telling you that what you're about to do matters. The people who leave a legacy, the ones whose names echo long after they're gone, they all felt fear, but they didn't let it control them. They moved forward anyway. That's the difference between someone who dreams and someone who achieves. You see, fear is unavoidable when you're chasing something extraordinary. It will show up every time you try to push beyond your comfort zone. It will whisper doubts into your mind. It will make you question yourself. It will make you second guess your worth. But legacy is never built by those who run. It's built by those who feel fear, acknowledge it, and act anyway. Think about it. Every major invention, every world-changing idea, every business, every movement started with someone taking a step into the unknown. They didn't have guarantees. They didn't have a safety net. They had fear and they had courage. That courage is what separates ordinary lives from legendary ones. So when fear shows up in your life, don't take it as a signal to stop. Take it as confirmation that you're on the right path. Take it as proof that you're pushing yourself towards something meaningful, because comfort is easy and fear doesn't exist there. Fear only comes when you're growing, when you're stretching, when you're about to create impact. The moment you try to avoid fear is the moment you settle for mediocrity. You have to understand that fear is temporary, but regret is forever. The people who lived with fear and ran, their names are forgotten. The people who faced fear and moved forward, their names are remembered. You've got to embrace it. You've got to lean into it. You've got to see fear for what it really is. An opportunity, a challenge, a chance to level up. And make no mistake, this is not easy. Moving forward in the face of fear will test you, it will push you, it will make you question your limits. But that's exactly what it takes to build something that lasts. A legacy is never safe. It's never guaranteed. It's messy, unpredictable, and full of obstacles, and yet people still achieve it because they refuse to let fear decide their future. They refuse to let hesitation dictate their actions. They act, they push, they grind, they risk, and in doing so, they create something that outlives them. So I'm telling you right now, if you want to leave a mark on this world, you have to reframe fear. You have to stop seeing it as a stop sign and start seeing it as a compass pointing you toward greatness. Every time fear shows up, it's asking, are you serious about this? Are you willing to do what others won't? And the answer has to be yes every single time. Because no risk, no growth. No growth, no legacy. Fear is unavoidable, but giving up because of fear is optional. Make the choice today to lean into fear, to move forward despite it, to act with courage even when your heart is pounding. That's how you build impact. That's how you build influence. That's how you build a legacy that cannot be ignored. Let's get real. Legacy is never built in the comfort of certainty. If you're waiting for the perfect plan, the perfect moment, the perfect conditions, you will die forgotten. Legacy is forged in the unknown, in the spaces where you can't see the outcome, where nothing is guaranteed, and where every step forward requires courage. You have to embrace uncertainty like it's your ally, because that's exactly where opportunity hides. Every person whose name has echoed through history, every innovator, every leader, every icon, they all stepped into unknown territory. They didn't have blueprints for success. They didn't have guarantees. All they had was vision, belief in themselves, and the willingness to act even when fear tried to stop them. Legacy isn't created by those who wait. It's created by those who move even when they don't know what's coming next. Most people spend their lives playing it safe, sticking to routines, following rules, and avoiding risk. And they end up with lives that are predictable, comfortable, and ultimately forgettable. But if you want to create something that outlives you, if you want your story to inspire generations, you must be willing to risk, to stumble, to fail, and to keep going anyway. That's the price of lasting impact. And let me tell you something else. Uncertainty is not something to fear. It's where your potential resides. It's where you discover what you're truly capable of. It's where the doors you never imagined open for you. You see, legacy doesn't come from knowing every step in advance. It comes from stepping boldly into situations you can't control, making decisions when the outcome is unknown, and taking responsibility for the results, whatever they may be. That's how influence is built. That's how stories are written. You have to understand that playing it safe is a slow death for your dreams. If you want to impact people, if you want to change the game, if you want your name remembered, you must embrace the unknown. You must be willing to risk embarrassment, failure, and doubt, because those risks are the very things that teach you, strengthen you, and shape you into a person capable of greatness. And here's the truth most people don't realize. The unknown doesn't have to paralyze you. It can energize you. It can drive you to work harder, to innovate, to push limits you didn't even know existed. It's a playground for growth if you're willing to step in with confidence. So ask yourself, are you willing to live with uncertainty? Are you willing to make moves without guarantees? Are you willing to risk now so that your story can be told long after you're gone? Because that's what it takes. Legacy isn't about safety. Legacy isn't about comfort. Legacy is about courage, risk, and the relentless pursuit of something greater than yourself. Every decision you make today, every risk you take, every time you push past what you think is possible, you are laying the foundation for a story that will outlive you. The unknown is not the enemy, It's your opportunity. Embrace it, move through it, and create a life that can't be ignored. Remember this: no risk, no reward; no risk, no growth; no risk, no legacy. If you want your life to mean something, if you want your name to matter, you have to step boldly into the unknown and build what others are too scared to even attempt. That's how legends are made. That's how legacies are born.